Should be back. I'm sorry. I do apologize about technical difficulty. I think me sending this link from the phone is where the issue really seems to be. Um, all right, now let me try here. Do apologize for some technical difficulty. This is messing up. Hunter, see if you're able to join now. See if you're able to join now if you are on this stream. There we go. I sent the new link. It should work. Should work now. Um, but yeah, Shane said the person's name was Barack, but I want to pull that up because I know it's a new feature that TikTok is now trying, and I just think that I'm working on a piece. I'm working on a piece right now, and it's called. Let me read you guys what this piece is called that I'm gonna be working on. I'm gonna be premiering this very soon. It's a piece that I'm working on called "How Do You Create Anti-Semitism?" And somebody like me would like to say that you create anti-Semitism through these kind of policies and stuff. Now we've seen that. Oh. Okay, Shane says it is Erica Mendel is the IDF girl over TikTok. So she. All right, let me get Hunter in here. Boom. Are you in here?
Yo,
Yep, we can hear you loud and clear. Good, 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 good. Um, so let me plug in my phone real fast here. Yeah, I was just talking about Hunter. I know you probably haven't seen, but they got somebody over at TikTok now that is uh, filtering out anti-Semitic speech. And I was saying that last week when I tried to edit my videos or clip up my videos, I use those hashtags that I do, and it said like "Free Palestine" and all this stuff. And then TikTok sent me that notification saying that your edits went under review and they weren't approved. So they reframed my original post and put it back to the original caption.
bro.
And I didn't really notice it, and then I kept doing it, and then I finally kind of like read through it, and I'm like, and then even then I really didn't think much of it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then like the next few days, I had read that this girl that Shane is talking about, that's over, she's an IDF member. She's over TikTok, and she's there to vet out any anti-Semitic speech that's going on that platform. And this just lends to the whole old conspiracy that people say that they're super all controlling and stuff. And I get so frustrated when these kind of things happen, and when you bring these up, they say, oh, you're just spewing out the old conspiracy that we control everything. And it's like, well, y'all do shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Y'all don't do
So
yourself any favors.
yeah, y'all don't do yourself any favors. What do you got to say about people with the fake mouse?
Oh man, people are crazy, dude. And I think that guy was like an older looking guy.
What, the actual guy that posted it?
The actual guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a troll. He's
So
been a troll.
like that's like just imagine being 50 years old, got home from work, found that picture, and then I mean I do see the comedy aspect of it's really funny. If you looked at it like that, like what if he was doing it? What if he has 50 friends on Facebook and he was doing it just to get a couple of laughs with his friends, and then it blew up?
For sure. But I mean, hey, it's not
It's
that
fucked
funny.
that No, it's not. No, yeah, you're right. It's not something that I would personally do. But um, like you said, Panda Express manager got to hold that. Like, really?
I don't even think it was Panda Express that
It
said
wasn't. I keep saying that. What's the other horrible one on South Line?
it's Panda on
Panda. It's just
yeah,
Panda. Yeah, it's Panda.
yeah. And it's like, I mean, I don't even know if it got back to them. You know how they get down. They probably somebody might have showed a customer came in and probably showed them, and they were just like, no, 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 no. They don't be giving a fuck.
No, they don't.
We seen the video where the bitch actually had the mouse or whatever in her food. Remember, she brought it back in, and they were just like telling her like, okay, like we're about to make you a new plate or whatever, and she was trying
Right.
to go off. Remember a few months ago on Twitter, she was trying to
Yeah.
go off, and they don't be hearing that. They're not there to hear all that. You know, they don't give a damn about none of that.
He said, "Yes,
Uh,
I would." Yeah, Shane, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. You're right. I would do subliminal. That's my type of comedy is do post
he
random
said,
stuff like that. But I have too many friends. I'm you also give me some credit that I'm aware of certain shit. I wouldn't just call the restaurant out on South Lime, and I wouldn't do that. I would do something similar to it if it didn't have no ramifications. Yeah, that's my
right,
type of comedy.
no
It's just a
ramifications on anybody
yeah, just
around.
to post. I would just post a random thing and let nobody see it until someone sees it. That's my. I'd love that shit.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, if you say all the time, Lee sells well meat, laugh my ass off.
It
Imagine
does.
if one of those blew up.
Yeah, but I never said that on Facebook. I don't think.
Oh, but
Uh,
that's all par for the game. Doing shit like, I mean, what he did is not. I mean, we're being dramatic. I mean, he's not moving nobody's needle
No, but I'm him doing the thing is here's the thing with him is Chinese are already known for doing that.
for doing
So when
what.
he
Just to be exact.
having mice in their food, so him doing that to a place where we already knew that. That's the thing. We already knew that they did. But no, then there was never no proof. Him using the fake picture to get fake proof was like, all right. Because if you
uh,
think that I don't believe that they've never served a mice, you're wrong.
oh, I know for sure they have.
Exactly.
It just irritates me when like I feel like the Chinese places they don't dot their I's or cross the T's
Yeah, they
on
didn't.
like
They didn't deserve that today.
no, they didn't deserve that. But like here's my all call for Chinese restaurants. We know y'all serve mice, but please just keep chopping it up and presenting it well. We get frustrated when y'all present it like a whole mouse. We don't want a whole mouse.
I
We
get
don't
frustrated
want
fucking regardless.
yeah, I don't eat the shit at all,
Yeah,
regardless
sure don't.
myself. Because I know how they get down. But like even we went to where we go a few last month, Saki. I'll be skeptical about them motherfuckers too.
Mm,
However,
That's a
they
that's a
cook
bit different.
I mean they cook in front of you, yada yada yada. But like they pre-prep
You're
that
talking about the
shit.
meat and shit. One, the meat looks different. You come out, look at them raw meat plates. It looks like what you think it looks like. Chicken and steak. It looks good.
Right.
There's that part of it, and them are more higher scale. Like first, most of those ones are like franchised and shit. Like they're a lot higher scale than restaurants than just like
Oh, then your
your
mom and
local
pop Chinese shop
than your mom and pop's
with your
Chinese
9-year-old
store trying to
daughter
make it.
checking people out.
Yeah, yeah. There ain't none of that going on over there. So
Right.
I
Where
try
you
to give them a bit more credit.
right. I'm just saying, like, and health inspectors, I'm putting y'all on notice too. I don't know how in the fuck y'all be so up other places' asses, but you got Hung Long and you got all these different places that literally, like, go through their containers in there, walk in and see what the fuck it is.
And
Like,
imagine Gordon Ramsay going to one of their motherfucking
man.
places.
Shane says that karma is a retroactive period. You might not have sold mice today, but you did yesterday. I don't care. Right.
They
Right.
sure did. And I
Yeah.
stand by that.
Yeah, they for
Same for
sure
the
have.
mall. Same for the motherfucking mall Chinese place. People used to say, "I miss the mall's Chinese." It's so goddamn delusional.
Yeah, you already know I can't say it's never been my bag. When I was around like that 12 to 14 range, when you first start getting $7, $8 here and there, $10 allowance and shit, I used to fuck with like court food and like I used to even fuck with this small Chinese shop too, because that red sauce that they put on that rice, the sweet and sour chicken and rice and shit, that shit blams. But I don't know, it got too touchy for me, too skep for me over the years. And do you remember you remember that place on Bechtel? They always recycle it into it's a new building now, but it was like a all you can eat buffet. It was on Bechtel, right where the Kroger's Plaza is.
Yeah, bro. I
Um,
went to it was a bocce thing where me, you and Tamaya went.
for sure. Yep, for
Yeah.
sure. So they're
That's
all ice,
still even a little more higher scale.
but they be doing. That's the one that had mice and
I
I seen a
know.
roach there myself. I think Miss Hammertree told us a story. A mouse ran over her fucking foot. All types of shit. All
Yeah,
types
I
of
went
shit.
there for my
Uh,
graduation lunch. Nice.
yeah, Shane says he loves some good bourbon mouse. He don't care. I don't
Shane
care
loves it
what
more
other.
than anything. He loves it more than anybody I know. It drives me
And yeah,
fucking
Shane be
crazy.
like a blubber chicken too. Like
He
I ain't
loves the blubbery, the better.
Yeah, I don't like skinless chicken unless I make it myself or like one of my friends or somebody I know makes skinless chicken. You ain't I don't be liking restaurant skinless chicken, bro. I'm sorry. You ain't about to just give me like chicken cut up in cubes. I mean, I don't know. I'll be skeptical about that shit for sure. Um, too close to dog meat for me. And then we look up dog meat looks like dog meat either looks like was it beef? Is it closer to beef or was it white meat when we looked
No,
that
I
shit
think
up?
it's white meat.
Yeah, yeah. So
One
it's close,
thousand. I think it's one
closer to
white meat.
chicken than it is steak. Yeah. Hmm.
Or maybe it was the other way around.
Yeah, maybe it's the other way around. None the fucking less. Nonetheless, they just caught a stray today, and they definitely didn't expect it.
Yeah, fact.
Speaking of more strays, and especially unexpectedly, they I seen that a third dildo had hit the building today.
That's my shit. We should all go to a game and do that. It's
That's
worth
what I
getting kicked
said.
out.
I said, you know what? The fans. I said after the first one, I said the fans are gonna keep running with it. The WNBA got a problem on their hands.
Bro, because that's funny.
That's funny.
It's funny as fuck. I don't care what y'all call it, sexist. I don't care. Neon green dildo flopping out in the middle of the game on the court is fucking hilarious.
Women got it so bad, bro. You know who I blame? You know who I seriously blame? You know how I think's behind this?
Huh.
Brittany Griner. Let me tell you
I
what.
don't know how she really became the biggest WNBA player ever
she's
by
she's
a
now
lot.
under investigation for like throwing games and shit like that. And I was thinking, we focus so much. Listen, we don't care about the WNBA so much. No one's ever considered about them throwing games.
Man,
You know, if there is a sport
man,
players, if there's a group of sports members that are going to be throwing games because they need the
Mm.
money, it's the WNBA.
Man. I never even thought about that. That's how, but it was so under my fucking radar. They got me. That's true because you can bet on all. That's very true. No one even gives a fuck.
No one watches.
That's crazy because
How
that's
could we
right.
audit if they're throwing and rigging games? I mean, it's almost one of those like Wilt Chamberlain 100-point games. You got to be in attendance to know. It ain't like
Right.
nobody's watching on TV.
Sure ain't. Sure
Diana,
ain't.
Diana Taurasi got a
And
documentary coming out talking about the janitor was making more than her. You know, Angel Reese is talking about they're dead serious about sitting out. And it's like, listen, I
sit
really
out
want to
then.
support them. Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Sit out then.
That's
That's
what I'm
that
saying.
that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. That's the thing. Do I really hate WNBA? No. Do I really think that there's a place for it? Of course I do. Like girls can play basketball, it's big time. But it's just when like the thing that drives me crazy is everything is a business.
Yep. At the
And
end of
they
the day.
act like and it's that one type of shit that the things that girls do when it's you know I know you've seen those TikToks for them one type of guys. As a matter of fact, it's even like who's the guy you hate more than anybody? The light skinned dude. He does them podcasts. What I'm trying to bring up where they're like girls will be like blah blah talk all this girl shit, and the dude be like what is even what's that mean? And then they just break down cry. It's like no, what do you
Oh
mean
yeah,
cry? We're talking.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's that type of shit. It's like girls, you can't like understand that it is a business, right? And
yep,
like
yep,
y'all girls don't watch y'all.
yep,
Fact. So
yep,
y'all can't come out here and demand y'all are a business that the NBA writes off on their taxes.
yeah. I
You
mean, really.
y'all do not make no money. Y'all lose them money and have never had a profitable season ever. So
Yeah,
as knowing that, like, it's a weird because it's like, as a player, you're like, guys, I'm getting paid 60 fucking $1,000 now. It's like, oh, bruh, that's a blow. But you have to understand that, like, y'all aren't putting asses in seats.
right.
Y'all
And now,
aren't getting deals. Y'all
right.
aren't doing these things that make these huge businesses like this profitable. And now if they did, I'm with them. If Caitlin Clark, I'm curious to see how. I'm pretty sure that they already came out last year was like their biggest year ever, and they still lost
Yeah, for
money.
sure, for sure.
Like last year, Angel Reese and what Caitlin Clark, it was their biggest year financially they've ever made, and they still was in the negative.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it can keep growing to where it's like not that, and then give them some more money. But they have to understand it's a business. How can we pay you a whole bunch more and what us lose a whole bunch more money?
right.
How's that a deal to us?
I love Draymond Green a few months ago when they brought it up, and and I think it was like Lisa Leslie, somebody like that was like, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Draymond Green and Lisa Leslie. She was alluding to him that, and I've thought of this before, that the NBA players should pitch in and help pay some of their salaries. And Draymond looked at her like, "Bitch, are you crazy?
That's
Like,
that,
or that's
that's
not
crazy.
how this is gonna work."
That
But
is not.
but I will say,
Even though they make too much motherfucking money.
that yeah, and they're looking to make more. Michael Jordan just came out, and I'm gonna stay with the WNBA here, but Michael Jordan just came out and said he feels like that the NBA players are getting paid too early, like like they're just throwing money around. I'm
Yeah,
paraphrasing now, but he just said like unproven people are getting paid way.
bro. You see what Chet Holmgren's contract was,
I did not.
bruh? Are you? Yep. He just
What?
got. They could. Here, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Chet Holmgren's contract. He just because after they won the championship, they just signed. He just signed a $240 million contract
What? 5 years or something?
or something around that. Yeah, 5 years, $240 million.
What's the math on that? 24, 5. So that's $50 million, about
So
50.
50, about $48 million a year.
Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, so niggas like Chet could throw the WNBA some dimes and nickels. I mean, here's the thing. I don't. It's such a weird thing. I do know them sitting out. They have to live under a rock to think that that's the answer. You know, them actually boycotting. You know, and like having a lockout. Like that's not the answer. But
That's not the answer.
I don't like to come up and criticize without a solution either. You know, I like to have some sort of solution in my brain, and then I get mad at people for not reaching my solution. But I don't know the solution for the WNBA. I think, obviously, we talked about years ago this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese thing, and I think that they just kind of, unfortunately, Caitlin Clark's been hurt all year. And so that's kind of not, doing what it does. But the WNBA has done a good job over the past couple of years marketing themselves, and like I said, they're trying to get this rivalry going up. I think that that's a good move. But more importantly than all of this, I'm saying, man, they once you become a meme like this, they have a serious issue on your hand. Like Shane just said, that dildo dropped out of nowhere, out of one of their shorts, proves it was thrown then. This is what I'm saying, bro. We never seen a sport become a joke like this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's see if I
Never
can
in
post this.
life.
Let me see if I can post this picture that I have in my library.
They, you know what they
Because
need to do?
what do they need to do? How do they need it?
They
How
need
can
they
they turn this into a positive?
they can do one of two things. Every game, I mean, bitches jawing each other. Turn it into a
Oh yeah,
positive.
for sure, for sure.
Turn it into where like we're to every other day we're seeing other people's like I mean not like fake fights. I mean like real punches, like real fights. Turn this bitch into hockey, right?
Yep,
Or just have like a whole bunch of sex tape scandals.
bruh.
To pull the old Kim Kardashian route.
Well, realistically, the best thing that I mean, the first thing you said is realistic. I think that they can manufacture rivalries. I think they need to do a better job manufacturing rivalries. But I also think that they need to somehow, in order for the WNBA to reach new heights, they have to go along with the political ethos. So what's going on in the country? This whole transgender thing, this whole men and male, female. They need to have a scandal like that. Seriously, like a Joanna Man. We all seen the movie Joanna Man. They need to seriously have something like that happen. To
Where a
where
bitch comes in and starts averaging 60 points.
she's so dominant that people start to question, like, okay, does this bitch got an Adam's apple?
Yeah. Yep. It wouldn't hurt at all. It'd
you
be
know,
must see TV.
It'd be must see TV. Shane says it just needs to be turned into a sexy celebrity death match. Get some of these. See, but they're trying this with Angel Reese, and we've talked about this. Y'all can't tell me it's not a concerted effort for Angel Reese's image to become this like sex symbol. She is a clear cut, what you would call a sex symbol right now.
She
I
is.
mean, she can't go nowhere without her light skinned brown butter cakes out.
No.
And I mean, I don't mind. And she's wearing that lip gloss everywhere. She's wearing those
Yep.
shades everywhere. She has her hair tied back. I mean, she's wearing the most provocative outfit she can. The problem is they suffer from a lot of dykes, and
Man.
that's why this dildo thing is so funny because it's not only is it like okay, who's throwing the dildos, but it's like nigga, it's dildos with dykes. It's a whole bunch of dykes. It's like their
Right,
biggest
that
fear.
is the thing. All these damn dykes running around.
All these dykes, and you know, dykes don't want to be objectified. They don't want to be looked at as sexy. That's not what dykes like. What dyke do we
No.
know wants to be sexy? No dyke wants to be
No,
sexy.
no, no. Yeah, they want to be men.
They want to be, yeah. So like they're I think this Angel Reese thing is helping because we can't sit here and lie. Now, is she Caitlin Clark on the floor? Of course not. But it's Caitlin. It's like they're trying to do this whole polar opposite thing. Caitlin Clark washes this bitch off the floor, but Angel Reese off the floor washes Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is going to
Yeah,
be in music videos. She's going to be in movies. She's going to be a star. She is a star. Caitlin Clark on the floor is the actual star. So
right.
it's kind of like me and you said this at the top when we first seen what they were doing. This is Magic Johnson and Larry Bird all over again, except like Angel Reese is blind. She's like Magic
Right.
Johnson who's blind. So because at least Magic Johnson was shiny. He did Hugh Hefner. Magic Johnson was Magic fucking Johnson. He was fucking mad bitches. And then you had Larry Bird, who was like grit, grind. He was just like Caitlin Clark. He didn't play none of that shit.
Right. Was known. Everybody knew who they was, but like outside of like media and shit, they didn't get on commercials
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh, he didn't do commercials. Larry Bird couldn't stand none of that shit.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I see Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, I mean, she got little Nike ads and shit that they're literally holding her at gunpoint probably to do. But I could tell her by herself, like she's not into that.
No.
And I really think Caitlin Clark really likes girls for real. But she got this nigga. I mean, she got this white boyfriend. But I think she needs to go ahead and lean into
The
lesbian.
lesbian shit.
She needs to go ahead and just be that white girl, like a rugged type Larry Bird type bitch. But that's the other thing is like the WNBA beats the hell out of their own stars. I
Man,
mean, have we seen somebody get more beat than fucking Caitlin Clark? I mean, they be beating her ass.
they sure do.
They be dragging her every which way.
And then
So
her teammates, one of them dykes on her teammates need to step up.
for sure, they tried to have something like I think it's Aaliyah Boston or somebody big and bad that's supposed to play this Draymond Green role. Let me see what Shane said. Shane said they need to do it with someone whose eyes are closer together, though. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Angel Reese is not a bad sex symbol. Now, is she your pick of the flavors? Is she Shane's pick of the flavors? Not
The,
really.
the,
And she
the
does.
reason why is because she's hood.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
She's
Yeah,
LSU, Louisiana, real life hood. So she's going on
and
Club
she's
Shay
already got the
Shay.
backing. Everybody's
She
already
already got
backed
the
her.
backing of all this hood rap girl shit.
Yep.
And that's what, if you're a fan of that, you're a fan of Angel Reese.
Yep, for sure. And that's why this rivalry is sticking the way it is. And that's why Angel Reese is able to put asses in seats. Those Chicago Sky games be sold out as well. And they be jumping with, like, people, celebrities being at those games for sure. So we'll see if they're able even to just break even this year. Or I know last year, like you said, they cut into the deficit by a lot. I don't think they definitely didn't profit, but they cut into their deficit.
Yeah.
So if you're Angel Reese in them, you know, if you're cutting, okay, so let's think business wise. If you're cutting into a deficit, right? Could you? So I'm trying to put this in business terms. Okay, so say Hunter, your job before you got there on a yearly basis was losing $50 million, right? You get there, and within 2 years, y'all start losing just $20 million, right? So yes, you're still not profitable, but on a year end date, what's that $30 million? You're if you're looking at A year to year statement, that's $30 million, right? I think I might have lost. I think I might have lost Hunter. Um, Shane says you like them eyes wide park girls. Her and Haley Bailey. Not me. Not for real. Hold on. Let me add Hunter back to the stream. I think we lost him. Mike check. Mike check. You there?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you leave off on?
You was asking me a question, but
Oh, the question didn't go through. I said so. Let's say your job years prior to you getting there was losing $50 million a year, right? So they had a fifty
right.
million dollar yearly deficit. But when you got there, 2 years after you got there, they just started losing $20 million, right? On a year to year basis, that's a $30 million increase, right? But you're still losing money, but you cut into a deficit. So in that scenario, could you ask for a raise?
Um, no.
Well, okay, would you ask for a raise?
Would I ask for a raise? I mean, it's different than doing a whole thing like that rather than with individuals. Because like if you're Kevin Clark or even if you're an Angel Reese, it's like I do deserve more. The Angel Reese is making fucking no money.
They're making the NBA WNBA money. Now the WNBA as a whole maybe isn't profiting, but
Right,
us digging you out of y'all's deficit that happened before we got here is us
right,
making you.
right, right. So like, yeah, I understand how like they look at it, but it's really for more specifically with them, just them too.
Right.
Because like, who's the best player in the world? The girls' league. Really, what's her name?
And,
Asia.
yeah, Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson, you sit the fuck down because you've been the best and you didn't move a needle.
No, yeah, she sure did. She's like what the WNBA suffers from is like they're in their ABA. They're in their like
Right,
yeah, like Moses Malone era, like Dr. J
right.
era.
Dr. J
Like
era.
it's like, well, y'all were good and y'all had championships and shit, but like the league wasn't good at the time. Like
Right,
I don't mean talent wise, I mean like it was on tape delay. Like y'all weren't making money. Like that's who Asia Wilson is. Like she's like the Wilt Chamberlain of these bitches. Or
right,
Kareem Abdul, whoever you want to call her. It's just like girl, you got the stats, you got the MVPs and shit like that, but like you're not changing the league. You're not doing
no,
anything for the league.
right,
Lane says Paige Buckers. Paige is she's good, and I think the conversation is going to um, slowly shift away from on the court Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark until it's Paige Buckers versus Caitlin Clark because that's a more to me, that's a more even matchup. They're both point guards. They both play the same position. They both play the same way. And Paige is killing it. She's killing it. I can't lie.
yeah, I know
Now,
that for sure.
yeah, for sure. Now the question is, yes, she was from UConn. Now the question is she able to put asses in seats? Because that's what that's our dilemma that we're talking about here. We can give a damn less. Like the girls have to realize, like Hunter said at the top, it's not about. I mean, we joke, and you guys are also dealing with the age old like adage of we'll rather watch paint dry. So we understand you guys are dealing with that, and that the sport probably has advanced. But like, there's been great players. I mean, we got Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore. I mean, the list goes on. Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, and I don't think any of the players in the league today are better than those four people I named. So it's not about. That's the problem with the WNBA. They want it to be so like hip hop, so purist. They want it to be strictly about basketball. But like Hunter said, this is all sports is a business at the end of the day. And we're going to talk about before Hunter gets off here, Jerry Jones and Dallas and football and how ultimately this is a business. And the WNBA struggles with, or not the WNBA, but the players struggle with understanding this concept.
Right, they definitely do. And even like, if you're done with the NBA, we can transition to that.
What'd you say?
If you're, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
If you're done with WNBA, we can transition right to that Jerry Jones situation.
Yeah, please, please.
So what Jerry Jones came out and said today, or maybe it was yesterday, but I believe it was today. He said, "I bought the Cowboys on a handshake." He said,
Yep, in
"Micah
1989.
Parsons, Micah Parsons, we already have a contract." Like me and Shane say it all the time. It is weird because I do understand outplaying your contract, right? Like there that
Yeah,
does happen where like you sign something 2 years,
yeah,
3 years go by, and like you're compared to the other people getting paid, you're making significantly less, right?
right, right.
But on the other hand, you signed a contract,
Yep,
and if Michael Parsons was underperforming on his contract, would you think that if the team asked him for some money back, what would he say?
of course not.
So why is it only in the bit like this is just kind of with America? Why is it always these businesses? They should always take the loss.
That's a good. It's a good. It's a good question to
And I'm
pose.
not a businessman. I do not own a business. I don't none of that. But I'm saying that's how we always see it. Now, do I think Michael Parsons should be the high? Like, yeah, Michael Parsons is a dog.
Shane said get it right. It's Michael Parsons.
It's- now that shit right there. Now I think a lot. Well, one, I think that's him just being delusional and old. I really believe that. And
No,
I
hold
believe
on. Do you really think that, or you think he's being intentional?
no, he wasn't intentional when he said that.
Damn.
Not at all. Not at all. But I know how them old people. But listen to my dad sometimes. My dad sometimes will mess up one of my friends' names and just or player's name all the time. Me and Holt make fun of him all the time. When you get old like that, you will fuck a name up in a heartbeat. Especially Micah and Mike. Like he
For
probably really
sure, but I just
knows.
have a hard time believing somebody of Jerry's caliber, who
Nah,
you
bro,
know,
that's old. That's old as
man,
shit.
you know how I feel about Jerry. You know I'm going to drop the R word on him here in a second, and
Definitely.
I just feel like he be just doing little subtle shit like that.
Nah, I think that this is all planned as far as like he needs the Cowboys to be in the news all the time. That part's
For
planned.
sure,
Him just
I think
him
everybody's clocked his T on that now.
they have him slipping up and calling him Michael Parsons. That was a pure, deep down, dumb, racist, not knowing, not really, not caring. Michael Parsons, like I believe that, but I don't believe he planned that at all. I really, really don't. I've seen it happen with my dad a million times. Jerry Jones is 30 years older than my dad.
But Jerry is a little bit more shrewd than that. I ain't gonna lie, Jerry's a shrewd businessman.
He
Like you
definitely
said,
is.
he knows the art of what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Staying in the limelight, like you said. It's not really the term I was looking for, but that's essentially what Jerry's good at. Jerry is not. See, people got to realize that different, owners and GMs and even coaches have their own different strategies on how they lead teams. Jerry Jones is the type to. He's about that valuation reports that come out at the end of each year for franchises, right?
Yep.
That's what Jerry Jones is about. He don't give a fuck about he fake gives a he cares enough about the roster. I mean, what am I trying to say? He cares about the valuation of the team so much that he wants to control the roster. That is the only reason why he does the two hats thing is because he wants to penny pinch. He wants to be in charge of every single dollar and dime that is coming out of that Dallas machine because he really cares about that valuation report that comes out at the end of the year on how and am I wrong in saying the Dallas Cowboys are hot? Look it up real fast. Is the Dallas Cowboys the highest valued franchise in
Yeah.
sports? Right?
Uh, in
They're
sports
def-
total, maybe
they're definitely up there, right?
they're out there. Yeah.
Uh, and if you're Jerry Jones, like I mean, if you're us and we're looking at this as a business, can we be mad at Jerry Jones? It's like he's laughing at us, like y'all think I aren't doing my job because we ain't winning Super Bowls in the roster. But like ultimately, like at the end of the day,
Well, I'm making the most money.
I'm doing my job. Like,
Right. As a
like I'm here to put
businessman.
asses in seats and like raise the value of this company. Shane says he didn't even say Parsons. He dropped the S. What do you mean Parsons? It's a top selling jersey. Jerry
Yeah.
has coined the phrase "there's no such thing as bad press" for sure, and that's how that Shane. I agree. That's how I kind of looked at this whole thing with the whole Michael Parsons. With the whole thing is like it's almost like I want to insert if I had access to it, I would insert The Rock saying, "What is your name?" And then as the person tries to say, "It doesn't matter what your name is."
It
That's
don't.
how I interpret Jerry Jones saying whatever your name is. That's essentially what he's saying. Like whatever your name is, I don't. You're not that. He's basically trying to devalue Micah Parsons' worth by saying like, "Dog, I'm the owner and I don't even know your name." Like, what is Micah Parsons trying to get? Fill me in on what Micah Parsons
He's
is
trying to
trying
get
to
a
get.
new contract. He'll be the highest paid non quarterback is what he's trying
When
to
did
get.
he sign this contract? Like 3 years ago, right?
Ah,
I think
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure it was like 3 years ago because I remember they had a little thing a few years ago. Let me.
How long has he been in the league?
Micah Parsons has been in the league since 20. What was that?
20?
2020 or 19? I
Yeah,
might
he's
have been.
still he's
It
I
might have
think
been
it's like
19.
20. I think he's still in his rookie contract.
Micah Parsons.
The thing is, I can cut Jerry some bail because no one ever talks about this side of the contract, and it was on Jerry Jones. The the whole ZQ Elliott thing.
Oh, fill me in. Fill me in.
So you don't remember the year of 2017 or whatever year that
Oh,
was?
him and Zeke's feud.
Him and no, him and Zeke's holdout. Him and Zeke's
Oh,
the
for sure.
paid.
Yeah, for sure.
And after a while, guess what Jerry Jones did? Jerry Jones made Zeke the highest paid running back in the league and reset the market. Does anybody remember what happened with Ezekiel Elliott once he signed the weekend highest paid running back?
He started playing like shit. He started playing like he had the most money in the world.
It played horrible, right? Played horrible. Didn't have a good year after that.
Yep.
Then after that, every franchise devalued running backs for a year. The running backs were saying why they weren't getting paid, and now actually just this year it's coming back because people like Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry and like the running back is coming back. But there was a 5 year period, a 6 7 year period, ask Le'Veon Bell, where they wanted their money, and the NFL just saw Jerry Jones give Zeke his money after not wanting to and doing it anyway, and then it backfired in his fucking face.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, Jerry's been around the game, and that whole thing, Zeke held out and missed games, and he did not want to.
You on? Are you back?
Yeah,
Okay. You said Jerry is what?
Jerry's been around the game.
Oh, for sure. He said at the top of this whole thing that this is business. When the
Yeah,
whole thing with him and Micah start coming out, he's like, "Yo, I've been here and done this I deal with this
and
every year."
he deals with this every year for 40 years. Like, there's always a different star in the Cowboys. It's always a different thing. So, like, if Michael Parsons is Kyle Pitts draft, so that was in 20. That was when we went to LA in 2021.
I feel like it was 21.
Yeah, so he's in his rookie contract right now. He has one more year left on his rookie contract, and so. I mean, that's the thing. He's getting paid probably like first rounder, maybe like 6 7 8 million range, and he's trying to get 40. This is Micah's rookie deal. They already picked up the option extended, and Pitt's waiting for his 5th year. Right, so it's his still his rookie deal. So he's getting paid under 10 million. Right, he's trying to go get paid what TJ Watt is get paid, which is 44 million.
And Jerry's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You got what your turn."
And Jerry's like, whoa, 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 your contract ain't so like. And Michael Parsons, in this one situation, I do be agreeing with the player, right? Because it's like when you're a rookie, that rookie contracts go across the board, and everybody pays rookies the same. So when I've been here for 4 years, dog, I'm one of the best defensive players. Motherfucker, pay me. I've been doing it for 4 years now, and I'm still young. I'm still. It's when people have like Terry McLaurin, when it's like you're 30, you already signed your second or third contract, and now you outperformed it. Now you want more money. It's like
All right.
no, you don't deserve money. It's that Jalen Ramsey shit where like every year we extend him and get it and make him the highest paid. Then some more people get paid. Then he'd be like, no, I want more money. It's like, boy,
All right. No, you need to know that when you're negotiating your extension.
just stop, dude. So then people like that drive me crazy. But the people like the Joe Burrow after he went took him to the Super Bowl. He was getting paid bullshit money. It's like motherfucker, I just took y'all to the Super Bowl. Y'all are about to give me my money now.
Yeah, we about to reconstruct this contract
We're about
for
to
sure.
reconstruct this motherfucker because you know what I'm saying. So I get these situations, and I get Michael Parsons. If I'm Michael Parsons, I'm doing the same thing. If I'm Michael Parsons, I'm saying, you know what, bruh? I need my money, bruh.
And so we all knew that this whole trade request was bluffing, right?
Yeah, Mitchell
Or,
wants to stay a Cowboy. It's definitely
okay.
a bluff. It's definitely a they're not trade. Yeah, he's going to be a Cowboy. That's just how this goes. The same thing with I just said Zeke. He's going to end up getting paid. It's just all this bullshit. But what it will take is a superstar to really like him to really sit out or to really
Really force his
change it.
way out. Yeah.
Yeah,
To
and
teach.
that would
But can anybody teach Jerry a lesson? That's the question. That's
no
really
that
the
yeah no
ultimate.
they can't no no nope.
He to me, he's a rogue. He's like one of them rogue leaders that you got to get out from control and power because he's somebody that's been seated so long in that position with his money and his power that you can't teach an old dog like that new tricks. Jerry don't know
No.
no other way.
The funny thing is though, like imagine you rich as fuck and like you got to run a whole organization. It's been your lifelong dream and job to do that. Blah blah blah. And like other people are like, yeah, you just need to give it up. It's like fuck y'all. This is my team, my money, my sport. I want to.
You're
Like
right.
everybody's saying, yeah, he just needs to
This ain't
step down. It's like,
Madden.
boy, fuck you.
Yeah, this ain't Madden.
This ain't my. This is my shit, dog. I've been doing this for 40 years.
Yeah, man. Listen, Jerry, and this is where. Oh my God.
Yeah, same thing with CD Lamb. That was even more recent. Yeah, that's what Shane just said. Yeah, I forgot about
Okay,
that
let me
whole
see.
drama.
Oh yeah, that's right. We saw this with CD last year, who sat out in Dak the year before. Jerry looked at them like, "Boy, hush! I'll get to you after my media run."
Remember with
Right.
Dak? Remember he signed him. I think it was like the day one of week one or something, bro. It was
Yeah,
like the week one of the or like maybe it
and
was
I
like
still got
few
that
days.
nasty picture of him and Dak licking his head.
It was Dak licking his head. I don't remember that.
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you. Dak looking like had his tongue out next to Jerry Jones's face.
Ew.
Oh, I
What
got it.
Jerry Jones say when he was a kid?
I know where he was at when he was a kid.
Where was he at?
The March on Washington.
And LeBron trying to backtrack from that
Was crazy. I forgot
was
about I forgot about that. But it's kind of crazy that you mentioned old Brownie Boy's name. I really didn't want to say this, but I was going to say Bron. This is where Bron's influence on sports really plays a big role. And I think it's when it comes to like negotiation times and sitting at the table and negotiating contracts and stuff like that. Because I mean, now we've seen obviously people use the press and use the media players and stuff to get kind of what they want and stuff like that. But like the cat's been so out of the bag for these players versus the owners in these contract negotiations that we see like trade requests and Michael Parsons speaking out against the owner and stuff like that and patching it back up. But I mean, I do got to give some credit to LeBron here on
GM
that
for
players.
LeBron or social media?
Uh, it's a lot. It's both, but we know LeBron kind of broke the NBA with that. I can't
Definitely.
not give him credit for
He
that.
did. He did.
I have to give him credit. I always said that I thought it would end up how it ended up, which where we are today with it, which is players running rampant and too much. How do you feel about what Daryl Morey said about the bubble?
I love it because, like, once again, when I said it was a bubble ring and they don't value it, everybody said I'm a fucking hater. And
Yep,
it's like, well, huh? 5 years later, and that's what like the top execs are all talking about. That no one really values that ring. It's like, really?
yep,
Of course they don't. It was a clown ring. I remember the time. I was there. I lived through it.
right, right,
I remember them coming back on game one. Us sitting there, having them fans and that motherfucking digital shit. Lil Wayne was there. I'm like, bro, turn this shit off, dude. I
yeah.
remember me making a status saying, I can't believe y'all liking this. And Dorian was like, bro, at least it's something. I'm like, no.
Bro, I'm not just about to settle for just anything.
This was gonna be horrible. It wasn't a thing about LeBron. I swear on everything, it could have been anybody who won that ring, and I'd be like, please.
Yep.
The simple fact is, LeBron sold Disney. He won the Disney Channel ring.
Yeah, Daryl Murray came out and said that word around the league is behind the scenes. No, if you ask any GM, none of them respect that ring. None of them.
But
Not one.
what do you
Not a
think,
one of
though?
them.
What do you think?
What do I think about it?
I'm saying, what do you believe what he says?
Yes, I definitely. Now, so one could say that him and LeBron does have a history with the whole China situation. That was Daryl Morey. When LeBron spoke out about the situation with communist China and that whole thing with China where LeBron got soft. That was Daryl Morey that was over there that pissed LeBron off in the first place. So they do got some history. But I definitely believe him. I mean, you could tell. You could tell. I mean, players have gone out on Twitter and kind of quoted certain things and either defended the bubble. You know, you got Lakers players, certain Lakers players that come out and try to defend the bubble. Even LeBron addressed it on the Pat McAfee show and all these different things. And then I think Alex Caruso, who won the title this year, after when
Yep.
he won the title on his press conference, he said something. He alluded to the fact I got a real one now and
Yep.
not a
Yep.
bubble ring. So it's
Yep.
like it's well known. We that term that we coined, Mickey
Disney
Mouse
ring.
ring,
But make you right.
it's well known. It's well known. It's well documented within the league. So yeah, I mean that's that. Now we do got football. What in a month?
Man, we got football and Ohio State plays in 23 days, man. And NFL plays in 27.
Okay. I think we got Shane on here, you on here. I know I asked y'all a month ago, how are y'all feeling now, a month out? I cannot, let me say this before we even get into it. I seen on, I don't even think it, I can't say that it was first take. Maybe it was first take. And I seen like Terry is post up about something a few weeks ago. Can we please, for the love of God, I know that we got to sell these sports. I know that we got to get asses in seats. I know we got to get eyes on TVs. But please, for the love of God, can we not do this rigmarole with Patrick Mahomes and the best quarterback title again? Can we please not do it?
They're going. That just yeah. That's even Zach even said today, who's he been delusional in the past. Zach was like, "Yeah, bro, I think Joe Burrow's like the second best." And I can't even argue against. But I think it's so undeniable, guys. He has three fucking rings, and all y'all have zero.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, But so, how do you feel? I know you don't really want to talk about it, but it's funny because a couple weeks ago, or a month or two ago now, whenever it was, Tyler found out that Najee Harris left. Y'all got DK Metcalf,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers. So much shit going. I didn't think y'all was going to be able to re-sign TJ, but y'all did
I
make that
was
happen.
obviously I was happy with that. That made
Yeah,
me happy.
y'all did make that. That was a good move from y'all. It was a very good move. And y'all went and got Jalen Ramsey and let Minka go. Which is, I
I
mean,
don't,
if you're a
you
Steeler
know,
fan,
I don't know, I
there's
don't know
two
too
ways
much
to look at
about
that.
that.
If you're a Steeler fan, you're not. There's two ways to look at it, but there's a very optimistic way you can look at that and say, "Hey, I like that." But she
Right.
said something that had me weak because she said, "I don't even know my team anymore," and because it's just so crazy, dude. Like when you turn that game on, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers and Jalen Warren and a rookie. It's going to be DK Metcalf. Y'all went and got rid of George Pickens. Y'all picked up Jonnu Smith.
I
Um,
don't like Tyler said. I don't recognize this team at all.
it's really kind of this is one of the first years in a long time because like even when y'all had Kenny Pickett, it was like okay, well Steelers are doing what they do. They're drafting their quarterback. It's the
Yeah,
first
for
round draft
sure.
pick quarterback. We're
Yep.
rebuilding. Big Ben's
Yep.
gone, but our whole
What?
entire life is we've seen obviously Big Ben and Mike Tomlin,
Yeah.
and like after that we saw there was that weird year of Mason Rudolph and shit, and it was like okay, what's this?
But
And then you
even
had Kenny
then,
Pickett. But then y'all had because last year was a weird year with Russell Wilson and the whole
yep.
Justin Fields thing. Everybody was like, okay, this is weird.
Because you helped me out. When's the last time the Steelers really made a big free agency splash? We're not the free agency team. We're not the
Y'all
like you
grabbing,
said.
y'all doing Jalen Ramsey. That was a big move. Whether it was like good. Like I said, some Steeler fans don't like that. Some do. Um, but that was a splash of y'all making
Say
that
that
move.
again. Say that
Yeah,
again.
y'all getting I mean, y'all getting Ramsey was a splash.
You mean this year?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like you said at the top, we're usually typically a development team. where we
Right.
developed. We've always drafted well. We've always developed through the draft and had that kind of that spur.
Yeah. You back?
Can y'all say?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Um, but yeah, like this year, like Tyler said, it's like I don't. That was my first critique. Is like I don't recognize this team. I don't. It, I, I just don't recognize the team. Like, who do we have again? DK Metcalf. Shane is talking about getting
Terry McLaurin. The thing is,
McLaurin
bro,
and
no way they have that money. He's going to hit whoever signs him. Did know they got to reconstruct his deal. No way Steelers have that money to pay him to.
right. We just paid TJ Watt, and then we
Y'all pay
we we
DK Metcalf.
traded
He's a top five
Minka
paid
for,
receiver. He's the fourth paid receiver.
and Ramsey is paid more
Ram,
than Minka, right?
by a lot. Ramsey's one of the highest top three paid corners in the league, and y'all made TJ Watt the highest defensive. So yeah, there's no way y'all can go to sign Terry McLaurin. No, I mean there is a way, but it'd be Arthur Blank coming out. Arthur Blank, is that y'all owner? Who's your owner?
Who the
Yeah,
Steelers?
the Roonies. The Roonies. Arthur Blank is
The
fucking the
Roonies, yeah.
Falcons. The Roonies, y'all do got money, but y'all would have to be coming out like someone got to be dying and saying, "Hey, I'm cutting, a whole bunch of money out." Because there's ways within contracts to where you can convert contracts into bonuses and owners pay out of checks and it don't hit your cap space.
Right,
There's
right, right,
ways
right,
you can
right.
finesse shit. When people say we still got the cap, there's always a way. But I just do not see them y'all getting Terry McLaurin at all.
I mean, and it just seems like obviously this is a 1 year project because Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers has openly said
One,
that he's more than likely
yeah,
done after.
yeah. This is a 1 year project for y'all. And then that's the
So it's
thing. That's
like
the
it's
thing
just
is
so
like
ugly, bro.
Dennis. Oh yeah, they did get Darius Slay too. Yeah, because the thing is, because then even no matter like good or bad this year, it's like Raw. We got to restart again next year. Even y'all got Will Howard, man. Y'all got Will Howard, and but Will Howard's Ohio State's quarterback.
I
He just won a
know.
national championship.
Wasn't he the one that had the red face all the time?
Yeah, he had a red. He's one. People compare him to Big Ben because he has the size and they're the same type guy a little bit. I don't know about man. Will Howard, Will Howard's the quarterback of the whole entire season. I would tell Holden like, man, I don't know yet. I just couldn't see it yet. I didn't. I wasn't like I was a god. I do. I cannot come on here and say that I was sold by Will Howard. Um, till I wasn't. And then he lost to, he lost to Oregon. I didn't blame him. He lost to Michigan. I'm like, Will, bruh, that's all. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't know if he could actually get the job done. But old Willie got the job done, becoming an Ohio State legend. Now, on as far as the NFL career goes, I will say going to a team like the Steelers did, that's going, if you're a quarterback like that and you can go for a team that will give you a few years for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's a plus. Um, but man, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be successful in the NFL. I
Give
don't know if
him
he's a franchise.
give me a comp that I would know. Like, is his ceiling higher than Kenny Pickett's was?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The thing is, here's the thing. I can see people with the Big Ben comparison, right? Because like I'm sure Big Ben came out of Miami, Ohio, and was fucking, mid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he wasn't. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't. So I don't know. I mean, the team that Big Ben got drafted to now was fucking night and goddamn day of what he's coming into now. Now the Steelers are almost becoming like a show rather than they used to play
I
football.
know. I know.
Like back then, Steelers were known for the defense, hard hitting Troy Polamalu's, and there was just hard hitting, run the ball Steelers football. That was when I was a kid. Jerome Bettis. It was just the
Mm-hmm.
hard. It was, us growing up as kids. It was even y'all quarterback, tough, big, fat Ben. So it
Yep.
was all just toughness with the Steelers. When I was growing up, I never liked the Steelers, but that's just what it was. Now in 2016, y'all revamped and became offense with the killer bees and shit. But that was even still somewhat. It didn't
Yep.
win y'all nothing. But during the season, it was still y'all had a new identity and it worked. just not to win championships. Now your identity is like reality TV show. Like it is just not what the
Yeah,
Steelers
we should be on Hard
identity
Knocks.
is at all.
Uh,
Yeah,
Lane said
I
Will
don't.
Howard. Will Howard out hurt my heart. He needs reps. Shane said him sitting behind Aaron Rodgers can't hurt, and I think it can. I think
No,
it
no, it can't. Did you guys see what Jordan Love came out
can.
had an interview today and said that how much Aaron Rodgers helped his career and how this whole rap that Aaron Rodgers is a really asshole. He is not to his teammates. I don't believe that for a second. So
I don't. I never
I
thought
do
he was
think
an
that
asshole to. I never really thought he was an asshole to his teammates. I don't know if I thought that. I'm trying to think. I don't feel
I'm
like I
just
thought
saying I
that.
don't. Even a lot of people had him thinking he was the Brett Favre guy, where he wouldn't mentor the quarterback. Jordan Love came out and said, like, yeah, I sat behind Aaron like 3 years, and like I learned so much from Aaron. Aaron talked to me, texts me still this day. Aaron's my guy. So like, I mean, bro, Aaron's a Hall of Fame top five fucking quarterback ever. Flat. Top seven,
No, no.
top
Top
seven, top
10.
eight.
Top 10.
Top
Comfortably.
seven, top eight. You're not naming seven quarterbacks better than Aaron Rodgers, but that's neither here nor there. Stop acting, ignoring his fucking Super Bowl ring. The point of the matter is
10.
he's a top seven quarterback, and as far as passing and like mechanics, he's top three, top two. So you can't hurt if you cannot hurt by sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, not at all, not at all.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I can't. I
Why do
can't
you think he
necessarily.
could?
Huh?
What do you think? What would hurt sitting behind Aaron? What do you think? What angle are you looking at it from?
I'm not gonna lie. I just always felt like Aaron had
His diviness,
the. Huh? No, I think he has bad intangibles. I do. Now, if you're talking about
on the
mechanics,
field.
I don't know. Yes, yes, I've seen it on the field, but more so it's just Aaron overall as a person. I just think he's not who I would want to lead 50 other men. I just think he has bad intangibles.
Right.
I think
I can.
mechanically, Aaron is obviously one of the best we've ever seen easily.
Yeah, I don't know if I can
I just
argue
think
his.
Alden.
I don't know if I can argue with that. I will say, man, Aaron don't get talked about by his teammates. So
No, I can't say
talk
that.
about
I
how you
mean,
won and
it
shit.
stories haven't come.
You've heard you've always compared him and LeBron. In some
Yep.
aspects I agree, but like LeBron's teammates will come out and talk shit about him all the time. Like he don't. Aaron's got
Say he was
respect
a
for his
bitch
teammates.
and say he was a bitch.
Said he was. I mean, I'm saying a lot of his teammates still love like Aaron. Aaron, I
But
think
don't you feel like Aaron has thrown his teammates under the bus in passive aggressive ways,
yes,
or is
he
that just
definitely
me?
has. No, he definitely has. He did that shit sometime last year about the route about Alan Lazard. But yes, he definitely has done that.
Which I'm all right with that. Let me get that clear because I don't like this whole idea that players play sports and like we've cussed each other out, like we've gone off on other teams. I'm all right with that. My favorite player in any sport is Kobe Bryant, and he notoriously would try to choke you if you did some dumb
Oh,
shit on the court. It don't
right,
be that get on my nerve. You know me, it's that passive aggressive shit that gets on my nerve because that kind of shit lingers. You're not passive aggressive to where if a teammate maybe you'll be passive aggressive the first time if a teammate wasn't giving you the ball or doing something on the court, right? But if it was like a routine thing, you would eventually address it.
for sure. I would eventually adjust that fast. Yeah.
Real fast.
Or it's just someone that, yeah, I'm passive aggressive in other ways, but not when it comes to my competitiveness. My competitiveness brings out the whole like
It's
bitch.
direct.
Yeah, direct. But yeah, man, I really don't think it could hurt. I mean, now if he starts, yeah, this whole Oscar, how you say it, Aaron, is horrible.
Ayahuasca
So,
Aaron,
so
Ayahuasca Rogers.
yeah, so I mean, he needs to tell Will Howard don't do that. But I think that it can help this. I think it can help Will, man, because Will's already a senior. Will didn't come in as a young quarterback. Will came in. I think Will Howard's 23. He was a fifth year senior or something. He had a lot of college reps. Reps. He was a college vet last year.
Who broke their finger
So
today, Lane? Who broke their finger?
I hope not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, somebody clear that up. Somebody clarify that. Who broke their finger? Hopefully, it was Aaron Rodgers and not Will Howard. Well, I guess I should say no. Um, I mean, you know me. I don't believe Aaron Rodgers makes it through this season. That's me.
I don't know. Last time I predicted Aaron Rodgers injury, boy was I right. When he went to the Jets, I
And it
literally
happened
said
the
he was
first
gonna
fucking week.
happen
It
the
happened the
first
first
snap.
week,
I'm like,
and we looked at each other like, bingo,
bro, I
because it
took
just
all
don't work
Aaron
like
Rodgers
that.
unders that year. I'm like, it is not gonna work. He's gonna get injured, and then
Yep,
I didn't expect week one or the
yep,
fourth play, but I did know he would
yep,
get injured.
yep.
Well, Howard broke his
I'll
finger.
never forget that day. I'll never forget that day at all.
Yeah, so I don't know if he gets injured. I don't know if he does or if he doesn't.
But you do know we finished like what 9-7.
That's still my prediction for y'all.
It's not an 11-6 year. It's not a 12 and
It's an
5
eight and
year.
nine, 9 and 8 year.
Easy.
Yep. That's what where y'all will have some y'all. It's the same process with y'all. This was gonna happen. Some point in the season, y'all will have a 3 game win streak, a 4 game win streak, where the delusional people like Terry and B. Mitch like, bruh, I'm telling you, bruh, Rodgers is dicing, bruh. I'm telling you, though, bro. But then you'll have a period where you also lose 4 in a row, and then like we fucking suck, bro. Like goddamn, bro. And then it's y'all. The Steelers' highs and lows are so crazy because it's the delusional. When it's high, it's so high, and then we're low, we're the worst team in the league. So that's what's gonna
He
happen. It's gonna
said,
be constant shit.
"Okay, Will Howard broke his finger. Okay, so that ain't about nothing because he got time to
No,
heal."
Lane, that's delusional.
What did he say?
And to win one playoff game, maybe two. So possibly going to the AFC Championship?
Yeah, no, no,
That's
absolutely
not
not.
happening. That is absolutely not happening.
Especially not in that AFC. Absolutely not.
JD is gearing up for Steelers Super Bowl, he says. He said the defense is just different. JD plays Madden and they JD don't watch football.
Yeah, I don't even know how you can not object. I mean, even if you're being biased, I don't even know. There's not a world where I could be that unbiased to where I would think that. You're running through. You're dealing with Baltimore, right? You're dealing with the Chiefs still, who is somehow they're being written off, right? And if you guys remember, we all lived through what 20 years of Tom Brady, and it was always the fucking years they were written off, guys.
Yeah, I don't think
Now I'm
Pat
not saying
Lane, I
that
don't
the
either
Chiefs,
write it off. What I'll do is I'll
me,
remember it.
yeah, he'll definitely remember for sure.
But
But
I don't know. Are the Patriots really getting written off? Not the Patriots or the Chiefs. I haven't seen it.
yeah,
I don't
yes,
know.
yes.
I've been hearing more talk about the Eagles than we've seen other years in previous where the Chiefs have got written off way more than this.
Yeah, it's been more blatant. The written off that I'm talking about is like they're not even being spoken about.
Okay.
In years past I've seen it to where it's like they're still the team. They're still like, like we compare them to the Golden State Warriors, right? This seems like the Golden State Warriors. This iteration of the Chiefs seems like the Warriors that we just got through with last year, right? To where it was like Hoden was delusional about them, but like nobody else in the world thought they was going to win the championship. That's how it seems with the Chiefs. Like it don't seem like nobody thinks that they're going to win or even get back. I'm not seeing that talk.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't been seeing talk, like there's not Chiefs Super Bowl talk. I also think that, but
No.
this is what my opinion. I don't think it's not being written off as more as like people are done with the Chiefs bad, and
Right. I mean, yeah, every dynasty needs a second iteration. They need another jump start. You need to, hook them jumper cables up to the car again and give it a second little life to it because a dynasty don't, today's dynasties don't last 8, 9, 10 years.
no,
It's usually it's a 3 or 4 year run. Then you have a break and then you reconstruct and then you go on
yeah,
another 3 or 4 year run.
Tom had
Classic
like
Jordan
three
shit.
dynasties. It's
Yeah.
he had
Yeah.
three mini dynasties in his one big dynasty. Yeah, it's not. I know what you're saying. There's going to be a revamp of the dynasty. Charles Kelsey's about to be gone. This will be a whole new Chiefs dynasty. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think it's. Remember last year, all we heard was Pats are they're getting cheated for. Remember that's all we heard. Please tell me when they remember they was going undefeated all
That
year.
the Pat? No, that what'd you say? That who was getting
That all
what?
we heard last year was that the Chiefs were had the refs in their pocket more than anybody
Oh
ever.
yeah, that sure was the
It
narrative.
was the
That sure was
biggest
the
story
narrative.
ever
That
because
sure
they was
was.
undefeated until 15. It was 15-0, and they was winning games crazy. And they was saying, bro, they was putting them dumb stats about flags and just stupid shit, bro.
Yeah, that sure was the
And
narrative. I
people
don't know
really
how I
thought that
forgot
they was
that.
the the biggest narrative last year.
Yep.
And I think people are really sick of the Chiefs. The, and that's why it's more like they're not getting talked about, is because they don't want them
Enough.
to win so bad. I don't mind the
Right.
dynasty. I don't, as far as myself at now, like if Chiefs I don't mind the Chiefs since 2018 have been, to the last 7 years have been 5 times and won three.
Yep.
Like that's crazy.
Yep. And when history looks, when you, yeah, when you lay it out like that, that's a dynastic
Bro,
run. No matter if it was back to back to back.
Patrick Mahomes, since he has started his second year last year, I think he's going to get eight for 7 years in a row, or 8 years he's made the AFC Championship.
Yep.
So
Go ahead and pencil. I mean, not pencil him in, pin him
pin,
in with
pin
for
him
that.
in for AFC Championship and Patrick Mahomes. So I think it's kind of a just they're getting sick of it.
Yeah. Right. We're tired. We're actually tired of you guys
Have you seen the
now.
Kingdom coming out though, the Chiefs documentary?
No, I have
Yeah, so
not.
I think coming next week or something. There's a mini series on their dynasty so far up to it, and it's like a it's almost weird that they're putting it out right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Shane says Mahomes was in the gym on Tuesday after their Sunday loss in the AFC Championship. He said that was the first time he never took a vacation right after. I said it last year, but I think this is a revenge. Damn, Shane, you always be wrong. I now that you gave me that information, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Patrick Mahomes is going to tear his ACL this year. That's what's going to happen.
No, I can see Patrick Mahomes having a
It
personal
is.
revenge year, not a team revenge year. I can see Patrick Mahomes coming out here
I
winning.
don't see it.
I can see that because I see him coming out here and having a 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns,
How many MVPs does he have? Does he just have one?
one or two, maybe one.
I hope it's two. If it's one, then I can see it. He needs to start racking up personal, individual awards to go along with those 3 Super Bowls and 5 appearances.
I think he
Um,
has two, bro.
and so I sure hope he has
He
two.
does.
He deserves. I mean, yeah, like we're giving him two if he don't got two. Um, but I can also see him getting hurt. I can see a little. Like you said, I see a little split year. I see a little break in Chiefs news cycle. Like they need some sort
Yeah,
of
he
break,
hasn't got
and
hurt
usually
for.
it's like an injury. Yeah, he hasn't got hurt. I mean, he's had the knick-knack injuries that he plays through, and legacy. What do we call them? Ankles and all that. But he ain't had the injury where it's like Tom Brady. Remember, Tom Brady blew his ACL out, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, in 2010 on that
And
Cowboys
oh,
team. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like I could see that. I could see him getting hurt this year, and then from there, that's when they have to rebuild their dynasty that following year because Travis Kelsey's
Travis
done.
Kelce is his last year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's about done. And then like Lane asked, who's his weapons? I don't even know. Do they got Nicole Hart? I don't even know who they have. I
No, they
don't
got
even
Xavier
know.
Worthy and Rasheed Rice, and yeah. I mean, Mahomes is they got fast people, and that's all he needs. I mean, he's not
Hmm.
Mahomes isn't one of them guys where he needs a star receiver.
Yeah, he don't need stars. By revenge, I think he's about to be on bullshit, taking way more shit, and embrace the villain role. I don't think they win a Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think nobody. Yeah, okay. I could see either or. I could see him literally getting hurt, or maybe having a crazy personal year,
Yeah.
like a statistically blitz type year. I could see that.
Yep. I don't know.
That
You know who I would. I think it's going to be a new Super Bowl this year in the AFC. Whether it's going to start the reign for either Josh Allen or Joe Burrow, or no, not Joe Burrow, not Joe Burrow, Lamar
mm,
Jackson, not Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson.
and I mean, I've said
Mm,
Lamar the past 2 years, so this is the third year I'm coming here and saying that I think Ravens are going to win. So eventually, it's like I might be right eventually, but I just think that like they're going to
mm.
be teams that win. Josh Allen will win a Super Bowl, and Lamar will win a Super Bowl, I think. And
At some point
at
in
some
their career,
point,
you're saying,
at
yeah.
some point.
So,
So I mean, I don't think the Eagles.
Like if not now, then
Yeah, almost type shit. Like if not, if one of them don't get one now, then like man, I don't know. I like we all agree that Patrick Mahomes isn't going to go. So it's like I mean someone's coming out the AFC. Who we think? Josh or
no, I mean, I'm leaning towards Joe Burrow.
no? The Bengals are not going. Not this year. I don't think.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I think.
I don't be seeing it for Josh. I seen it for Josh Allen 2 years ago, and then it didn't happen. And I'm like, no, I didn't see it last year for Lamar. I was never high on. Well, actually, no, I had Baltimore. I ain't gonna lie, I did have Baltimore, but I've never been high on Lamar or Josh Allen going because they be like the last few years they've been like stealing Patrick Mahomes MVPs.
But you know
So,
who Josh Allen's career is
and
kind of
I'm
reminding me
joking when
of.
I say stealing.
You know who Josh Allen's career is kind of reminding me of.
Josh Allen's career.
Yep,
Who? Josh Allen. Let me
Peyton
think.
Manning.
In NBA terms?
Peyton Manning. Not in any
No.
type of game. Bro, you
No.
forget. I don't. Before Peyton Manning won that Super Bowl ring, he was
In
in
'07.
'07. Peyton Manning was talked about because Tom already had three. And it's that Tom always whooped his ass in the playoffs. The same thing Patrick Mahomes does. Patrick Mahomes has the one that has Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes whoops his ass in the playoffs. Is known for whooping his ass in the playoffs. That's what Tom used to do to Peyton. Peyton finally got over the hump. I think Josh Allen maybe will somehow avoid Chiefs in the playoffs this year, or maybe Mahomes is injured this year, and Josh Allen comes out. Well, Josh Allen will win a Super Bowl. He'll win one Super Bowl.
But did propaganda work that well on my 12-year-old self then? Because I feel like Peyton Manning was just talked about so much different than Josh Allen. I still feel like Josh Allen
Bro,
is a
Josh Allen is
known
talked. Josh
choker
Allen's talked
or
about as the best or the top two quarterback in the league for years now.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I know that to be true. I just feel like Peyton, and you're right in the sense. I see what you're saying. I'm just saying I felt like Peyton. I still feel like Tom Brady with 3 Super Bowl rings had an uphill climb to usurp. I don't think Tom Brady had 3 rings. The narrative wasn't that Tom Brady was better than Peyton Manning at the time. That wasn't the
No,
consensus narrative to
yeah,
me.
you're right. You're
It
right.
was
On,
still
but I wasn't comparing because now you're comparing Tom and Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes is in that point of the career
right.
is better, had the MVPs. Tom didn't. People said Tom was a system player. It was different. I'm just saying, as far as Josh, I mean Peyton Manning and Tom always matched up in the playoffs, bro. I remember watching the games, and Tom would whoop his ass in a cold game. Ty Law would intercept. It would always happen all the
Right.
time, and Peyton finally got over that hump and won a ring. I think Josh Allen will finally end up winning. Like I think he'll end up with one ring, and that'll be that. But he will bring one home to the Bills, and it's going to drive me
Right.
crazy.
Lane said maybe the Steelers, though. Boy, stop. He said Bengals are ass this year, no defense. Shane says the Bengals will not go to the Super Bowl. Bad juju in that building. Dolphins,
Yep,
Falcons, Super Bowl stamp it.
yep.
That's
Don't sleep on
delusional.
the Dolphins, man. I'm
That's
telling you, Tua.
delusional.
Everybody been coming out saying Tua.
No, that
Nah,
is
I'm telling
out
you,
of the
bro.
equation at this point.
They said Tua's
I
coming
ain't
back.
even gonna lie. I ain't
Everybody
even
said Tua's
gonna lie.
leadership is different this year. He was just.
No,
I'm
stop.
telling you, bro.
Stop that shit.
The interviews I've seen,
I hate when people say anybody. I hate when people say number 8.
just
Kobe was.
different.
I hate when anybody uses that
Nah, all jokes
term.
aside though,
It's
everybody I'm
like,
just saying on
please.
social media, I said it myself, but everybody else has been saying that Tua, his leadership is so much different. Even how he's been addressing the Tyreek Hill situation. Everybody else, bruh, he came out. They just asked him the other day. It's what he said. You tell me what you if you like this answer or not. They asked him and said, you know, people are sleeping on the Dolphins this year. People are saying y'all miss your time, everybody, blah blah. He said, well, they can think what they want. They have a right to think that. It's our job to go out there and disprove them. That's our job.
Yep.
So like I'm just saying
And
the way he's talking about everything, his leadership is what I've not known Tua to be. Everybody's saying Tua has been sharp as fuck. He's been coming. Tua's in a different mindset right now, bro. They said about his injuries. He said, "Yep, that's on me. I know I need to stay healthy for this team to succeed. I understand that." He's in a different bag right now, and I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It wasn't until last year when JD just told it wasn't last year when JD told Shane, Dolphins got the best roster, bro. They should win the Super Bowl. That was just last year.
yeah, yeah, that sure was.
So I'm just saying now this year, now it's impossible. Stop. If Tua stayed healthy last year, we would have made a run. We would have made the playoffs, made a run. He missed 8 games. If Tua
My
stayed
audio,
healthy,
what kind of dial-up audio is this?
no, no, that got me weak.
I don't got good service, but I mean, yeah. Here's the thing: Tua got, I think his intangibles are through the roof, but I do think over there in that field, y'all got to deal with some
Yep.
Indian native
No.
cursing that's going on. I
Yep.
don't know, some Seminole. I think the Seminoles or some Navajo tribe, maybe, I don't know, but something's going on over there with all the injuries, and I
Yep.
don't
You're
know
right.
about that. I think the question of the NFL season really should be stemmed around who in the fuck is coming out of the NFC. I mean,
Man.
that's really the question.
Yeah. It
The,
really
the
is.
AFC
I'm this.
is the AFC is a Rolodex of fun teams. It's like, okay, I
Yep.
can see that. I can see this. Whoever you, Lamar, Josh Allen, you don't
Joe
mind any of
Burrow,
these. You don't
Mahomes,
mind. I won't mind.
Herbert.
It's the NFC that if I was playing NFL Dynasty, I would be literally rigging shit up if I was playing as the commissioner because I don't want to see the Bears, bro. Like, come on, please, God,
I
or the
mean, they've been saying
Washington.
Caleb Williams ain't playing like shit.
Like, bro, I do not want to. I can't even think of an NFC team I would want to see outside of the Eagles.
Yep. I know. I already know, but that's horrible.
Like,
Really
bro,
bad.
like I'm trying to think. What, the Cowboys? No. 49ers? No. Like,
They don't got no quarterbacks over there, bro.
yeah, like, come on, bro. It's not even the old days like we just talked about the mid 2000s where you had Drew Brees over there, you had Russell Wilson over there,
Aaron Rodgers.
You had Aaron Rodgers over there, then you had a Alex Smith and a Kaepernick and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not wild about the NFC right now at all. Maybe some trade can happen. I hate how Tyreek said he ain't know the system since he came. That's insane. What's up with that? I did see y'all
No,
talking
that's
about
just
Tyreek.
him trolling, Lane. Do not believe a word he says. He's the biggest troll.
What did Tyreek? What did he? What?
He came out and said that he didn't know the offensive line. Tyreek has been doing this for 3 years now. And if you don't know it, then um, if you don't understand, watch his interviews every day or how he is, you just take it for face value. He's the biggest troll. He don't. Shane just said completely. No, I don't think it. But I don't think Jalen Hurts is written off. Um,
I
I
think
just
it's.
don't believe
I
they'll win
do
back to
think.
back.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Shane, I do think that the conversation over there in Philly land is very quiet about the fact that this team just came off a Super Bowl. I don't think that they're getting the just due that Super Bowl teams get. And
I
I
don't
know
think they should
people
go back to
aren't.
back. That's why I'm rolling them out.
Yeah, I don't think I don't. I definitely don't think they go back to back. But like, have we seen a Super Bowl team that won so vehemently get this disrespected?
Uh, yeah. When Broncos won like that and beat the Panthers, I didn't say, "Oh, they're
Yeah, that's
horrible."
true. Yeah,
With the
that's
old
true.
ass Peyton Manning, so I mean it's a little different, but still,
Yeah,
I just
everybody.
don't think Saquon can duplicate that year he had, and I think if anything he'll have a much worse year, and I just don't believe the Eagles went back to back. That's just really what it comes down to.
Right, that's just what it comes down to. It's like, okay, y'all got y'all's ring, and then that's pretty much that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, is there anything else you want to get off your chest? I'm gonna stick around for another maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Um, I'm gonna do an actual real stream tomorrow, but I did want to talk a little bit about this whole Epstein thing real quick on here. Zach, if you're watching, this is the segment that you care about. um, but did you want to stick around or what?
You got to.
Okay. Let me see what Shane said before we get on to this. Mahadi is staying in the chat. Yeah, that's different. Everyone knew Peyton was on his last hurrah. Jalen is literally in his prime. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I just said it's definitely different.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, y'all got to give me a better understanding on, better reading on people's vendetta with Jalen. What did I miss? Because I swear to God, just from an outsider looking in, a few years ago, Jalen Hurts was like that guy. Like their first iteration, their first run to the Super Bowl, was he not?
Yeah, he had a lot more hype. Yeah, yep.
So I don't. I'm not understanding where I missed it.
Jalen Hurts gets a
Like
lot of
in the
he gets a
media.
lot of discredit for the classic. The classic, his team's super good.
Yeah, yeah. And Lane said he's sick of the Cam Ward disrespect. Yeah, Cam Ward is getting
Oh
disrespected
please.
more than any player I've ever. No, I mean, be for real. Be
No,
real. He
not
is.
really. He went to the fucking Titans, and that's a big part of it. And he just ain't that. He just well, he just ain't him. I mean, he'll be all right. I mean, I'm trying to even think of a comparison. He will not be on your radar.
You back?
Yeah,
They've been doing some petty shit to Cam Ward. Let's be real.
like what?
Not showing him on the draft. He just not talked about at all.
I mean, I don't. I mean, this year for quarterbacks was weird.
I heard. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard he was rated like 71 on the new Madden.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I just don't. I think that he was the most overhyped number one pick that we've seen in a long time.
No, don't say overhyped. Just say he's the like it's a bad draft class, and he just stumbled into that number one pick.
Yeah, or that you can say that it's a bad quarterback draft class, and he stumbled into the number one pick.
Because I don't see him being overhyped. I've seen quarterbacks that be number one that are overhyped. Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, but he didn't go number one.
Well, still, I'm just saying. I've seen quarterback hype trains. He said
Yeah,
he's top 10, only number one not to be on the damn screen. They didn't
that's
show him
so
during draft.
delusional.
They didn't show him during draft night.
I don't remember that, but good.
No, that's crazy if they don't show the number one pick.
Yeah,
But what's going on with Shador?
well, he's starting this preseason game,
Hmm.
so we'll see.
He's over there in Cleveland, right?
Yeah,
Sex scandals coming up next.
bro. I think Shador will have a bad career in Cam Ward.
Huh. Okay. We'll have to keep that in mind.
Bro, I watched a lot of Cam Ward before he even went to Miami at NC State, and don't like I said I don't like his intangibles at all.
You do know he's a Kobe fan, a big Kobe fan, right?
I don't give a fuck about that. He don't. He doesn't know how he plays. He literally don't play. If I told you some of the shit that he did, you would say no, he's not. So
Lane says he's got the lore. He's a 0 star to a number one pick. He's got the Kobe picture.
that's so delusional. Probably would have never played in a bowl game and sat out the second half because he got his stats. That's delusional.
Shane said he liked the way Cam Ward carries himself.
I do too. In his interviews, I do too. He's not. He's very mature in his answers that he gives.
We're gonna have to see.
He's very
We're
mature, and
gonna,
he went to Titans who do have receivers already. And he holds himself accountable. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you about his intangibles. I don't think he's putting it out on the line for his teammates. I actually know he isn't.
What's your beef? You got some beef with him in a bowl game?
There's that, but first of all, I don't know if you remember this. When I came over to the podcast in the early of last season when B Mitch was there in person, and Miami was the number one team in the nation. I think he left. Listen to you.
Back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Please, God.
Do you remember when B Mitch did that
Will
podcast
somebody
at your
shut
house?
Cam? Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and we was Miami was the number one team. They was undefeated. Miami, yes, last year he had a whole bunch of close games with teams that he should have blown out. They even gave him a win. He lost to a shit team in the regular season. He folded at the end to go to the Big 12 championship. In the bowl game that he got, he played half the bowl game. And then after he broke the record for passing yards, he sat out and didn't play the rest of the bowl game. Okay, maybe not never number one, but y'all was undefeated and y'all was a top something program. very, very high program, very talked about program, top five. So I'm just saying, if we went back and look at his things, he had a Hail Mary where everybody can say against a horrible team that they shouldn't have won, but they gave him the win after the very next day. It was one of the things where all the refs came out and said, yeah, they should have lost the game. We shouldn't have gave it to him. Blah, blah, blah. He
He
just
said
isn't. He's talently good, but he would not be a super franchise player. He would. I mean, he will
he's
be a
not
franchise quarterback for a while because he's number one pick. But he will not be a top.
he's not a leader of men.
And he's not a top 10 pick. I mean, a top 10 quarterback, and he won't be for if he will be for a long time. He is not a Jane Daniels.
Yeah. Is this? I wonder. Is this me losing connection or is it you?
It says it's you, but I don't know.
Yeah, it probably is. My Wi-Fi, my signal is real low. My electric came back on. Thank God. Um. Well, let me see. Lane's still, arguing you down about that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to note that Shane looks like he's all right with him. Lane is obviously high on him. Hunter's low on him. I'll note that in my brain. We'll see. Shador, be wary of sex scandals up in Cleveland. That's all I got to say to Shador. Um, where do I want to kind of leave off with this? Have you seen anything with this Epstein thing? Like any updated thing?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know how to really frame this. Um, where do I go?
With what?
Hold on.
I haven't seen anything that's.
Um, well, I mean, because there's some bunch of more developments. His Lane being transferred, to a low security. She's working with now. She's talking. Uh, there's just a whole bunch of shit going on with this thing. And am I still on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you was cutting out for a little bit.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Damn. There's just a lot with this, and I just there's a victim that spoke today, and I'll be real brief with this because this stream is acting up real bad. But one of the victims spoke out today, and I mentioned this on my last episode that they keep framing this like they're victims, but two victims are now spoken out and saying that they want this list released too. Obviously, like, what do you think? Like, do you think Trump is on these? Like, what do you think is going on with this Trump situation?
Do I think he's on the list?
Yes, I mean, I think we all know that, but in which way?
Well, you're saying if he actually was there doing sick shit, or if he was
Yeah,
being
yeah,
blackmailed.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Like,
I really don't know. That's the thing. I really don't know. Um, I'd like to think that Trump, out of all his disgusting things that he does do and funny shit and misogynist shit and shit that, whatever, grab her by the pussy. I'd like to think that that did all don't involve, all that misogyny is with overage women and not with little kids. But like, I don't
right.
know, like if they, if there was proof that he did, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So I mean, I just think that
And then, go ahead.
I just think that, Trump has them Democrats were trying to get every single thing on Trump they ever could have.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit really wouldn't get brought up until it got popular. I don't
You
remember in
said
2016. I don't remember in 2016 or anything like that us calling Trump a pedophile and shit.
no.
I'm saying it didn't get brought up until it's popular and those like pictures. Like I would like to think that they would have found information on that before this became what it is.
Um, well, yeah, I mean it's a good point, and that's what Trump is running with right now. Is that, and I said this on stream a month ago that you know we as this administration didn't have access to the files just last year, and
Right.
what held them back from releasing this. But we also, me and you, have talked about before here that Trump so urgently trying to get into office, could have stemmed around him trying to protect those files from being released too. Um, and ultimately, here's what I got to say until tomorrow's stream, is that there's a couple things with this list because I know people it's falling on deaf ears. A lot of people is starting to be annoyed by it because they're dragging their feet on it. But I think seriously, if you really believe in democracy and all that stuff, the importance of getting to the bottom of this list is that it's not. He said, yeah, but no one said Obama had a gay lover until 2023. Trump was fucking little girls, period. um,
I mean, yeah, I would. I mean, if someone really thinks that, then I would never say that they're delusional for thinking that. So, I mean,
yeah. But, like, I think, I know me, you, I'm pretty sure Shane believes this. I'm pretty sure Lane believes this. So I think I'm preaching to the choir. But I know we're all kind of under the same umbrella in believing that this was obviously some sort of like Jeffrey Epstein was a blackmail agent, right? Because that's not concrete, that's not um, factual, information out there right now. That's still a
right,
theory that he was working on behalf of some sort of intelligence to blackmail our politicians. I think we all believe that, right?
right,
Um, so I think the release of this list is important for democracy because like if we are subscribing to that theory that are being blackmailed, obviously we need to know that the American public needs to know that. Now who's blackmailing them is the interesting part. And then the other thing is like obviously the kids and justice and stuff like that. Like I said, the victim, people should go out there and watch. She was just live maybe a few hours ago. She spoke out. She seemed like a crisis actor to me. She was doing like real dramatic cries and stuff, but she spoke with her. She was her attorney. I'm serious, and she was crying and saying, she has to see this shit on the news every day, but she does want the list to be released. So this whole idea that they're not releasing the list to like save the victims and all this stuff is all poppycock. Like I said before, a lot of these victims want this list released so that they can turn this also into like some civil suits against Jeffrey Epstein so they can sue that estate and get money. Also,
right.
they're renovating Epstein Island right now. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
report came out last week. You seen that?
yeah. I did see that.
And it's like this whole thing is very very weird, and they're doing it right in front of everybody's face. And now there is a lot of uproar, and Trump is losing a lot of his base. It's mainly the Republicans and MAGA holding his feet to the fire on this, because he don't give a damn about really the rest of what we think. He don't even care about his base for real, call them names and shit. But um, we'll see. This lane is free, damn near, basically. They might as well put her on the WNBA court at this point. For real. She gets to play basketball and run track at this facility. She gets to do whatever she wants. And don't be shocked if the bitch shows up dead.
Bro, I would never be shocked. I'm damn
Yeah.
surprised she hasn't been so
And
far.
me too. Me too. And
She only survived this far because they were never asking her questions
There's
until
not.
now.
Yeah,
Like
that's right.
they just locked her up and silenced the bitch. Now she gets to talk, and that's where it gets dangerous. So we'll see.
Big
Um,
time.
I'll really have more on this tomorrow when I have access to my camera and I can share my screen. Um, I'm in the middle of eating a Chick-fil-A salad, Southwest salad, and it slaps. Any last closing remarks?
um, no, I don't think so.
No. All right. Well, um, that concludes this live stream. I do apologize, guys, for the technical difficulties. I was without power for plenty of time, so I just decided to hop on here real quick and shoot the shit. I'll be back for sure tomorrow with a full stream, and we'll cover all these things. Zach, if you're out there watching, it'll be one just for you, buddy. But yep, that concludes this episode. Everybody go follow Hunter over there on his TikTok page. He has two TikTok pages going on right now. Jumping reviews over there at the Hummer Review, and then for people out there that like to do their reading, follow my two guys on Book Talk at the.
Books with bros.
I'm having a brain fart. Book with Bros, yeah. So for readers out there, go follow Book with Bros, and people that like films and shows and stuff and want to discuss that, go follow them at the Hummer Review. Real quick before you get off here, weapons. Give me your prediction.
Yep. Um, I think we're about to get one of them, man.
Me too.
I think we're about to get really one of them. I just seen Together, and that's growing on me more, man. Together was a pretty good movie. Now that I really I've been just thinking about it. Um,
Hmm.
I like that movie. As far it was different, and it's not like I said. I don't think it's one of my all great ones, but it was a good core movie. It was a good scary movie mixed with some other shit. So um, yeah, I think Weapons is going to be one of those
But give
movies
me,
that
give me, like, since the first time we seen it, I had this feeling. What do you think it's about?
I don't know.
Is
I
it
still
alien? Is it
no.
alien abduction?
No, I don't
Is
think
it?
it's. I think it's like ghost shit.
I got. I don't. You know what I think it's about?
What?
I think it's cultic. I think it's like sacrificial. I think it's like molestation. I think it's like pedophilia. I do.
That'd be very interesting if it was.
I really do. Like these children in this town go missing, and I think they find some sort of sex cult, something. I really think that, and this whole zeitgeist of the last few years that we've been talking about all stems around this pedophilia shit. So I can really see a movie encapsulating this whole kind of like underground satanic ritual child abuse Epstein type deal. And I just got a feeling because I love a movie. Not only is it a horror movie and a suspense movie, but the trailer still doesn't allude to really what it's
Right. I
about.
love that too.
Yeah, children go missing, but that's really it. You don't know why, what, when, or
Yeah.
how. So,
Eh,
um,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think
yeah,
I
we'll
think we'll
see.
get a lot of good acting performances, which is rare in horrors.
Yeah,
And yeah, I think we'll have one of the better horrors of the past few years.
yeah, I'm excited. So that's coming out really what tomorrow night
Yeah.
really is premiere night. So I mean, anybody out there listening to the stream and stuff like that, we definitely recommend it. And, we're pretty critical with movies and stuff like that, and it does look like it's going to be a really, really good film. So I suggest people go out to the theaters and support this film. Now, if it's whack as fuck, you guys can come back here and give us what you got. But I'm pretty sure, just based off of the cast, the directing, and the trailer, so far they've knocked everything out the park. The rollout has been pretty
Do,
good.
do you know
Um,
Him comes out next month?
I can't wait to see how. What?
Jordan Peele's Him.
What? No, it
Chris.
don't. That was 2026.
Uh.
Find
I
out.
know,
Find
man. I
out.
saw it in the theater. It comes out September next month.
Nah,
Yeah, it
no
has.
way. Has the year flown by? Bro, there's another movie that I seen a trailer for coming out August 8th, and it was crazy as fuck, and I can't remember the name. I seen it on like YouTube or something. It was a trailer.
It's coming out
Oh,
Friday.
it was like a cult movie. It's coming out August 8th. Yeah, I'm gonna find out what it is, and I'm gonna tag you or something.
Yeah, but
I just seen it on YouTube
be
TV.
prepared for him because they just dropped another trailer today of that, and that looked good.
Okay, I really can't wait to see that because it's time for him to put up or shut up.
Even though that's really not his movie, but yeah.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
I heard Taylor Tennant. I think it was Taylor. She told me that Jordan Peele lost a bid on this movie that we're about to go watch. I didn't know that.
He lost a bid on weapons.
He was trying to be a part of this movie. Something. Yeah, yeah. So
Huh.
like they may have had it written, and trying to find the director for it, and he got outbidded or something. I don't know. So
Damn.
I think the film will be good, but yeah, we'll see. Anybody out here listening, go try to support this film. Thanks for tuning in the channel and being patient with all the technical difficulties. But yeah, this is your host, Lord Lips, and I am signing the fuck out. Peace.